Hello.
Hey, I can see some things on the floor. Sweep that area. Uh-oh. You, God have mercy. I am on mute.
That's okay.
Before they call social services for me.
Oh no.
It's
Good
my
luck
aunt.
to you. How was
My
church?
aunt. Let me turn my camera.
Oh wow, look
Taking
at
her to
that.
sleep after
That
she's
sound is
eaten.
working.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Let's see if the mess remained. Let me see this white thingy here. See?
that's amazing to see. We are
Mm.
literally 1 minute off and then we'll start. I'm already recording on
Oh, you're recording, oh. Ah,
yes, so that's take away double work from my hand. Let me just start.
okay. Yeah,
It's been helping a lot, but I'll go back and edit or crop.
no
Um,
worries.
okay, it's 3 on the dot, and it's another beautiful day. I don't know about you, but I am so grateful to God to be alive. It's the 12th of October, and I have many reasons to celebrate. I will just share a few things with you. Today is my church 15th anniversary. I go to Elevation Church in Nigeria. So we had a Thanksgiving service today. And not only that, today is my father's 75th birthday. So happy birthday, Pa Father Yomi. Officially, I'm calling you Pa now because you are older. And yeah, Monday tomorrow is also Canadians Thanksgiving. So yes, you will see me smiling ear to ear. It's just because I'm super grateful to God for life, for sustenance, for keeping us healthy, for being a blessing to us, for the salvation of our souls, and for the fact that we can even gather, the opportunity that we get gather from time to time to just see beautiful faces, connect with people, like-minded people going on through the same journey. I do not take it for granted. I just know that it's God has given us the opportunity to do all that we're doing. And I just want to thank you for being here. Welcome to Together We Can October 2025. Welcome, 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 welcome. To get started, while we're waiting for people to connect, I'm just going to ask if you are able to use your video so it's not me alone, or if you can just help with probably a beautiful picture. Thank you, Janika, for using your video. At least I can see I'm talking to someone. If you're comfortable anyway, so you can use your video. Otherwise, we can just jest. Today's session is one that I'm really, really, really excited about because today we'll be dwelling more on things that pertain to us and our children. We have like two in one, literally double-edged session today. So we'll be having a parent check-in, checking on every parent here. I know we do this bi-monthly and it's another month has gone by, but I just want to make sure that everybody's doing well. So we'll be checking on ourselves as parents, and we'll also be talking about executive function. What does that mean? Let's break out this big grammar. And if you know me, I'm someone that likes to scaffold skills and teach my child skills over a long period of time. So we'll be looking at what executive function is, the core skills that our children need to be able to learn and master, and how we can teach them, and how this will transfer to their independence as they grow up, and what we can do as parents just to support them. So this is going to be like a conversation. We'll be gisting, checking on one another, and also learning something new. So I'm really, really, really happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. As a way of agenda, I'm just going to quickly run us through what to expect. I know I have said some few things, but yes, our agenda is welcome remarks. This that I'm saying is our welcome remarks, and we'll have an icebreaker to give us some time to just let other people scaffold and trickle into the meeting. And apart from that, then we will now talk about, executive functioning, checking on parents, talk about executive functioning, go to our breakout room sessions where we can delve deeper in smaller groups and just talk about where our child is struggling, or where we as parents were struggling to teach a particular skills. We can gain insight from one another And from there, we just put in action plans on how we intend to support our child, what we intend to do. And it doesn't have to be so much. I just prefer one skill at a time. And if you have the bandwidth, you can expand and take more than one. So we'll be doing that in the breakout session. And then we'll just give out closing remarks, um, share insight into the events that we have planned for the rest of the year. And as many people who are able to participate, please connect with us and participate. So that is literally is our agenda for today. So yeah. I am pumped up. I am pumped up. I'm just going to try and share my screen now. And so for icebreaker, I think we just have like one questions while we're still waiting for more people to come in. I just want to, with one word, can you just tell me how you're feeling today? I had said that me, I am excited. I'm excited. Tomorrow I have my turkey marinating in the fridge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to putting that in the oven and see how that will turn out. So yes, I'm currently excited. I'm happy at where we are as a family, what God is doing. And today it's not so hot. It's not so cold. So the weather is just right. I think we're about 17 degrees. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Milton, Ontario. So how are you feeling? How are you? How are you doing? Anybody care to share?
Hello, I'm very good. Okay, I'm lying down so I can put on the camera. And Myra is also not putting on clothes soon. Pardon me to stay off camera. I don't know what happened. It wasn't always like that, but lately it just doesn't like putting on clothes.
Mm.
So yeah, it wasn't always like that. I don't know why the sudden change. I've been asked to try different fabrics, but I'm not sure it's working. And I'm not ready to push it, so I just allow him be. But
Well,
I'm
I'm
good. Right?
inside the house.
Yeah, it's inside the house. We're not going anywhere. It doesn't do it outside. It doesn't do it
Oh,
in
okay.
school, interestingly.
Mm.
So I kind of just I don't allow such things bother me again. If it was before, I'd have been very bothered. But no, I choose things that I allow to bother me now. Like it's a face, it would pass. I don't know why it is like that for now. But other than that, I'm good. But no Thanksgiving turkey. Hopefully
Aw.
next year. Yes, because Mayor doesn't eat it, and it's just the two of us. And I'm always like, why would I go through this stress just for only me? Maybe maybe when we now have the bigger family, we can be thinking of that. But it'd be nice to do that one dish.
Yeah, well, I understand. Like you said, it's just you and Maya. So the whole work is a lot of work that goes into it. But apart from that, though, you can just do the turkey yourself. When you finish it, break it into pieces and put it in your freezer. You can make a sandwich. You can make anything. You can use it to cook. Whatever
Yeah,
it is, like
more
instead of
rice.
going to get chicken, that's just your turkey for the month anyway, your protein for the
Yeah,
month. So
that's true.
yeah,
What do I think of that? I was like, oh, it's only me. There's no point
it's
going to
only
get.
you. I know, I
But
know,
now this is an idea. I could try that
I
next
know,
year.
I know. Not to worry, I'll call you tomorrow. So we'll do the virtual Thanksgiving.
Okay, now that'll be
I'll,
nice.
I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you
That
tomorrow.
would be
It's
Thank
Bookie in
you.
Canada. Bookie, are you in Canada?
Yes, I am.
It's
I'm in
body shape.
Ontario.
Did
Funny
you
enough, it's not
find
like I'm
an
so far away
adult
from Mabiola. I
needs
wonder why it has never crossed my
adult
mind to go
needs
there.
Where
the
exactly are
warning
you?
I'm
technique
in
for
Waterloo,
the
so I'm
same
like
kind
an hour, 20
of
minutes away from.
animals that
Oh,
live
Waterloo. Okay.
Yeah,
together.
but it has never crossed my mind to come say, hey, see, I would have come to eat turkey tomorrow. Or maybe I don't, I also don't like driving around. I don't
You
know,
don't
but
like driving. I'm
I
taking
used to
notes
love
now.
driving in
It
Nigeria. Like I could drive
recently
anywhere, everywhere.
a
I was always on the
partnership
road in Nigeria.
between our
And I
father
got to Canada
and
and
an
for a very long time. I don't
intimate
know why.
ex
I don't know why
consumer
my driving is not my
and
thing. If
eating
it's not absolutely
an animal
necessary,
fat served
I won't drive.
by eating
Is that my
organic
or reading?
things.
Oh, I wish. No, it's not the
Oh,
one.
oh, sorry.
It's not the
Oh,
one.
okay,
I'm very
Sam's I'm
sorry.
reading. Because I wanted to say, if that's my reading,
I'll
whoa,
be
that's
jumping
you.
and flying. I'll
That's
be jumping, but I
okay.
will get there very soon.
Oh,
Something
you will.
happened, was it 2 weeks ago? And in fact, I didn't even know what expression to have, right? Whether to laugh, to scream, what to do. So typically, when I wanted to do something, I tend to go over and over and over and say it over and over and over.
Mm.
And then I asked him to turn off the light, and he was just sitting there looking at me, and I kept saying, "Didn't you hear me? I said you should turn off the light." And then he just got up and like, yeah, 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 every time, yeah, 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 every time. I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, ah. So when I was grateful to God that at least He expressed that anger that you're always, I'm like, okay, so that means all of those times when I go over and over and over, He probably doesn't like it. I should stop doing that. So I was happy now he's the one buying things there because he said, I'm talking about him.
That is
But it was beautiful to
interesting.
hear that.
That is interesting to let you know that he's seeing you and he's
Yeah,
literally just taking
Jerry,
in everything that you do.
I tell you, mommy, stop nagging.
Like, mom, stop nagging, eh? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I
Mm.
also had similar experience yesterday. I don't know, I was giving Demi an instruction and I was repeating myself. Like, literally, can't you hear me? And the boy walked up to me. I was like, it's okay, you don't have to shout. I was like, oh God, Abiola, literally, this is Damien telling me to regulate myself. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but listen to me when I tell you, give an instruction once. So
Mm.
I totally relate with that.
Mm.
And I wonder, like you too, I was laughing and I was being serious at the same time. I was like, okay, probably I also need to talk to myself and stop going off on a short fuse. But yeah, it's interesting that Mario is showing you what is happening, what you are doing. Mommy, this is you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Interesting. Anybody want to share? Like literally, we're just checking up on one another. How are you doing? Like describe yourself in one word. How are you feeling today? That's the conversation. Maybe I should even put in the chat so anybody.
Okay. For me, I would say one word, grateful. That's it. Full stop. Grateful.
Oh yeah. Give us some Jara now. Some Jara now. Today is parents check-in, so we'll be talking more today. So today is going
Ah,
to be a one-word conversation.
grateful to be here. Grateful to be alive. Grateful for where He's taken us from, where we are going. Grateful despite all the challenges, despite all the daily storms, like real storms in all areas, because the enemy he tries to kind of like attack you on all sides. But I'm standing, we are standing. So I am grateful. Yeah.
Thank God, thank God, thank God. But I hope everybody's fine and healthy though.
Yes, everybody's fine.
Grandpa, grandma.
From my side, we've had some family challenges. Somebody diagnosed with prostate cancer. Somebody passed away.
Mm.
Myself, this cough and wheeze has been going on since July. They were telling me that it was asthma. I went for the tests and all that. And yeah, so it's been from one to the other. But yeah, grateful.
Oh, thank God for life and sorry about your
Mm-hmm.
quite those are some big news that we prayed that it should be like we say that the days will be farther from each other. We will not hear such news again. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so sorry about that and our
Mm-hmm.
condolence to the entire family.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anybody want to share how are you feeling today?
I'll say one word is rest. I'm choosing rest. As a firstborn business owner, that is
Mhm.
hard. Rest is hard, but I'm choosing that this long weekend. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to choose that. Yeah.
That is, I want to change it from one word, probably a sentence. But thank
Well,
you.
see, I said one word.
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I should
But
change.
I expanded on my one word.
No, I know you did. Maybe a paragraph.
Thank God. A long weekend
It's a
at the
long
Villa of the Most
weekend.
High. Yeah, I've been in my blanket under my bed a lot, which
And that
is,
is a sweet place to be.
yeah, it's unusual, but I'm doing it.
It is a sweet place to be. And like you said, thankful that you have the opportunity to be in that space.
Yeah.
Just love upon yourself, rest. It's really not easy being a firstborn, being a business owner, being a mother, and many hats that we wear as women. Like God just calling us to so many things, and you wonder, how am I supposed to do all this? So when you have that opportunity to rest, I think like you're doing, Ruth, it's good to take it and just do nothing. Do nothing. That's fantastic. That's good. That's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing. We'll just dive into our discussion today. That's literally our check-in. If we had more people, we could ask them, but I don't want to respect everybody's time. And this is going to be a learning session for us. I want us to share from our experiences. If it's just the few numbers of us here, let's make it more personal. Let's learn a lot, and whatever God will have us do, we will do it for Him. So yes, I don't know if anybody has connected to our Instagram page, you'll have noticed that this month it was just impressed on my heart that we should check in on one another. Like Ruth said, we wear, even as women, we wear multiple hats at the same time. Yesterday at the co-admin meeting, I was saying that that was like the first time in 2 weeks that I was checking with my own blood sister. So it's not because it's intentional, it's not intentional. It's just because literally wearing many hats means that we are continuously on the go, like literally on the go. The mind is just working, working, working. And like Ruth says, when you have that opportunity to just sit and be still, it's wonderful to take that. And so, yes, it's been impressed on my mind to check in on everyone. And I think for those of us here, we've checked in and see how we're doing. And I just want us to use that as a segue into the theme for the month for the entire comb. And this month, I was just looking at my son as we were ending September, and I realized how much God has helped him to build up on some key executive function skills, like key skills. One was when I was saying when Bukis had mentioned that Mayowa was telling her that she was, yapping, yapping, yapping. The fact that my son, Damie, can tell me to regulate myself. I don't know about you, but that is a big deal. This is the same boy that usually would just have tantrum, somebody that would just flop on the floor, somebody that does not know how to label his emotion, to now him not only knowing what to do when he's not feeling it, but he now, transferring that skills to me as a mom, telling me to take a deep breath and not get agitated. I think it's just to show how far God has helped us. And I really do not know how we got here, but I can tell you that it was just consistent building that skills, consistently building that skills. And, that is one thing I just want to encourage everyone, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of where your child is on. There's something that just resonates with me, and I'm not going to shake it off. And that is that every one of our child can learn, they can learn. Like I so much believe that they can learn. It's just you finding how you can tailor something, the skill to their level in a way they understand, in a way that resonates with them. And you will see them actually doing that skills. And like I said, so this month we'll be talking about executive function. Good afternoon, Dr. Wama, or good evening. How are you? I just want to just acknowledge that you are here, and I hope you're doing very well. And I hope the family, the girls and your son and your hubby, they're all doing very well. Welcome. And so as I was saying that this month, we'll be looking at just, how can we build on executive function skills for our children? And it's really, what is that? What is executive function? And, I know many times we see all this big language, this big grammar, but literally just to, diffuse the big words and just make it something more relatable. Executive function are the skills that help our children to focus, to remember things, to do tasks independently. Like I said, I know we're all on different our children have they're on different stages. They are progressing. I know that where my son is not where your child is. And so I'm just going to be speaking generally and how we can just break this thing into how we can teach them. But before we go ahead, I just noticed that we have Bumi and Dr. Woma. We already did a parent check-in, and I just want to acknowledge both of you and just have you describe yourself. Because like I said, this meeting is going to be a conversation and we're going to be checking in on ourselves. And I want you to also check in on you both and see how you're doing. I know I had typed in a chat that in one word, but please, in one paragraph, can you let us know how you are feeling today? Can you describe how you're feeling and how are you? So please feel free, either of you can just unmute yourself and just take over the mic. And
Hi, everyone. How am I feeling today? I'm okay. I've been good. I'm hopeful. I'm thankful for progress and hopeful for even more progress. I'm believing for God for a time when I won't even remember this phase of life.
amen.
I'm holding on to that. I'm believing that that time will come soon. Other than that, what's left to do than to plow on at life and continue until the Lord calls us? There's no choice now.
Yes, I'm happy. Thank you, Ruth, for reposting my question. I want a paragraph, not one word. But thank you for Bumi, thank you, Bumi, for sharing how you're feeling. Like you said, you're powering through. And not only are you powering through, you're holding on to hope on when this phase will be over. And like you said, I literally like the words that you use. It is a phase. And there is every phase has a season. This season will definitely finish, would definitely be over very soon. And we hold on to that hope that God would, touch our children and it will speed things up for them. It will speed things up for them. Thank you for sharing. Dr. Wama, how are you, ma'am? How are you?
Oh, um, thank you for asking. We are fine, taking each day as it comes, having some days that are low, some days that are high, but we are we are grateful to God that we're making steady progress. And I'm well. Yeah.
That's good. And how are your big girls doing?
They are fine. Oh.
I can see they are towering over you now.
Yes, it
Oh, that's amazing. We
is.
thank you
And
for it.
that stage has come with its own problems too.
Hey, I know. It's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. When they are
Sometimes I feel like putting them in Ghana must go, zipping it and posting it, posting them back to my mother.
No, no, it's just a phase. Don't post them, please.
Okay.
It's just a phase. I know how
All
it is
right.
like, having
Mm,
teenagers. But there's one
mm,
thing that I keep telling myself that for me and my teenager is going to be different. We will not have a bad experience. We will not have bantering. We will not be bickering at each other, but God will teach us what
mm-hmm,
to do. And I can tell you that at times, God just tells me to, Abiola, hold your mouth. Like literally hold your mouth and let the child express herself. Let's hear what's inside her. And surprisingly, you find out that the times when I hold my mouth, later on, she'll just come and tell me, Mommy, thank you for letting me talk. And I'm like, okay.
mm,
It was the Holy Spirit that told me to keep quiet because I was like, so yeah, there are different phases. So this is just a phase.
mm,
The girls are going through a phase, something new to them as well, and something
mm-hmm.
new to you as well. So
Yes.
we are all learning together, and as
Mm,
much as possible, just communicate with them so that they know where your heart is, and let them communicate with you as well. And
yes. Thank you very
going to
much.
be a beautiful session. Nothing to stress about. We also went through our teenage years as well.
Yes, yes.
So I'm sure they're
Mm,
also going through theirs as well. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for
all
sharing.
right.
Hi,
All right.
Tosi. How are you? So, just so that you know, before we delve into our topic for today, we're just about doing that, but we're still doing the parent check-in, and the parent check-in is where I'm asking everybody to tell us a paragraph Not one word now, a paragraph on how you are doing and how you're feeling today. So the mic is yours, Tosin.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, that was quick. I just came in now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm doing fine. Um yeah, the ups and downs are there, but thank God we try to use God's word to, hold myself up again, and we're going through it. There are ups and downs, and there are good moments as well. So I'm learning to focus more and enjoy the good moments. And when the tough moments come, I just try to lean into things that I enjoy to do. So yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. We're putting through, thankfully.
And you said a word as you were talking, the Holy
Mm-hmm.
Spirit was imprinting something on my heart and it was telling me to tell you focus. And immediately I felt that nudge. You said the word out also that you're focusing on the good part of it.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is like literally that's the word for you. Focus on the good things that God is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let of course the devil will want to distract us with so many things on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
But what has God's word said concerning you and your child?
Mm-hmm.
I just have some that I just blot out to me that the godly will have a peaceful, prosperous future with an happy
Mm-hmm.
ending.
Yeah.
That's 37:37. And when I see things that are going to give me, agitate my heart, I just tell
Mm-hmm.
myself that, Biola, this is what God has said concerning you. You will have a peaceful, prosperous future. You will definitely go forward. You
Yeah.
can't be stagnant. So that is just one thing that just keeps me encouraged. So I
Mm-hmm.
just challenge you, have one word, one scripture that you say
Mm-hmm.
to yourself, even when things comes and it's not something that you want to see. Just
Mm-hmm.
blot that word out and silence the noise of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Blot that word out and silence the word of God. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
We have more sisters. We have Abby and Wura. And what we are doing now, we're checking in. Like I said, this session is double-edged. We have a parent check-in, and of course, we'll look at building executive function skills for our children. So we are still within our parent check-in time. And like I said, everybody's just going to be us talking and learning together. So Abby and Wura, you have the mic. Can you just tell us in one paragraph how you're doing and feeling today? Not one word, just one paragraph, because we really want to connect and check in with one another. So the mic is yours. I can play you a music song if you want me to play you a song. Wura, you have the mic.
You just put me on the spot.
Well, yeah, that is literally it. Today is just for us anyway, so it's just
Yeah,
us. So
I'm
we're just
doing
going to be
okay.
ourselves today. No, it's just us.
Not
So
today,
yes.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I think I'm bubbly, Lord. And I think recently I just started appreciating the fact that God does speak to us when it comes to how to help our kids
Mm,
improve. Sometimes we'll see things that are off. I've just come into that realization that something was off with my son like 2, 3 weeks ago. And then I prayed about it, and I believe that, I started something in his diet, and it was just like, boom, you started something. When did you start? Remove it. And so I removed it 2 weeks. So it felt like that issue was at treasure. So that's why I am coming to the realization that God works with us as we're to help with our kids, and then just thanking God for the journey and appreciating the journey and the kids and their strengths, and loving my son Aviv. So
where's the heart emoji now? There's heart emoji here. No, why am I using my hand? Let me use the heart emoji. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I love the fact that you called out something very major that many of us don't know, or some just are yet to stepping into that reality that God actually talks to us concerning our children. Like literally, God talked to us. I have found myself, was it in church now? In church, God was telling me something about 2026 for Comb in church in praise and worship. I just remembered I'm even supposed to quickly write it down. Apart from that, yesterday morning, Damien was going to have a test on Tuesday, and I'm trying to, get him ready for the test on Tuesday. But I noticed he was struggling on something, and I was like, God, I don't know, how do I break this thing down to him? And in just randomly, God was saying, okay, go take 2 steps backwards, go to IXL and let him play games, teaching him how to reorder numbers. And from ordering numbers, he can tell you greater than, less than. And immediately I was like, oh, okay, that is going to be fun. He will not protest because it's weekend. And I just told him, Demi, okay, come and play this game. And the guy sat down beside me and he did it. And I'm like, okay. So we've actually practiced. And so, yes, Wura, you're correct. God can actually talk to us about strategies on how to support our children. And if any of you are here and you are yet to lean into that knowledge, please, this is something that you should hold with your right hand. Like, or okay, hold with your left hand so you don't eat with it, whatever it is. But yes, plug into the supernatural, have the Holy Spirit tell you things or strategies on how to support your children. Wura, thank you for sharing. And it's good to know that you guys are doing very well. I hope you're ready for Thanksgiving for tomorrow and your turkey is marinating. Yeah. Abby, Lara, welcome. I'm not putting you on the spot, but everybody else have spoken. Wura, sorry, I was talking. You wanted to say something?
No, we're not doing turkey. We're just the turkey is stressful. We'll cook chicken and we'll love the chicken like turkey.
That is good as well. That is good as well. That is good as well. And so, Lara, welcome. Abby, welcome. Like I was telling everybody, today's session is going to be us conversing and just gisting and also checking on one another. Not only that, we'll also talk about how to build and layer up on executive function skills for our children. But here we're still in the phase of checking in on one another. So Lara, Abby, if you're able to unmute yourself, tell us in a paragraph how you're doing today.
I like that paragraph.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Basically, I think I'll just focus on one thing that I'm grateful for in our journey in recent days, and it's I will say the inspiration that I received to um increase protein in his diet and especially lunch to school. And the process I've been taking sometimes a bit strenuous because I make the meats myself. Like I don't buy processed meats, but I've really seen a lot of improvement. I believe that's one thing that God inspired me to do, that I believe that has really helped him in terms of impulsivity and just being kind of calm. In fact, his calmness now, sometimes I just have to check that is everything is everything okay with this boy? I'm checking everywhere. I'm making sure that I hope I did not forget any vitamin, like this calmness. But I just give God praise. I believe it's just, like I said, is one thing. Like there are so many things, including prayer, confessions, and everything. But I do believe that God inspired me to really, really focus on increasing his protein intake and being very, very careful with dinners and carbs. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And get ready. It's going to have a ghost sprout as well. So be ready for it. Jojo is going to be, well, he's growing taller already, but just get yourself ready. Abby, do you want to take the mic?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for letting me go. That because as I came on the call, I just heard my name. I was like, what's going on? um, yeah, thankful. I'm very grateful for how this season has been for us. When I reflect on some of the decisions that I made over the summer. I made a decision to change her from a school board to a different school board. And when I was making that decision, it was really difficult for me. But I prayed, I felt at peace, and we went with that decision. And God has been faithful. My daughter has amazing teachers. The school, what do they call this? The set team, they are very hands-on. Tell the difference, like trying to get information from the previous school to the new school. They were for me. Within the first couple of weeks, she had her device given to her. God really just prepared the place for her. And I'm just so glad that sometimes, every decision we we're used to what we know, and sometimes change can be destructive as well, even for the child. But I just thank God because God went ahead and prepared a place for her. She's settling in well. They were ready for her. She's coping, and I'm just so grateful to God for that change. Personally, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Sometimes I just look and I just thank God for the strength to be able to do the things that we have to do. I thank God because like I'm living in a season where I'm enjoying the things that I've prayed for to put in a way. I'm grateful for that. I'm not saying that I'm praying harder or doing anything, but I feel like these are said and it's just carrying me in season and I'm enjoying it. But I'll keep planting for the next season as well so that I don't have gaps. But yeah, God has been faithful. I'm so glad. Thank you, moms.
I'm super, super happy for you. You're literally riding the wave, and I'm sure you have been praying. We've all been praying, and it's just so good to see that, yes, some of the things you've asked God for, it's actually showing you that I hear you, my daughter. This is it. These are things that can happen, and I'm grateful to God for you as well for the fact that your daughter has the support that she has, the fact that you prayerfully took some decisions and you're happy with the decision. It's only by God's grace. It's not by our power or my might. So I'm also joining you to thank God for that opportunity, for that opportunity. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Welcome, 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 Abby. And which Abby is this? Because I'm Abby 1. Are you Abby 2 or Abby 3? Which one?
Yeah, I'm Abigail.
Abigail.
Well,
Okay, okay, okay.
yes.
Okay, 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 Abigail. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here. Okay, guys, so let's just dive into executive functioning. How can we build executive function for our children? And like I was saying, executive function, to just break the big words, is just how our children are able to manage, focus, carry through tasks, their daily activities on their own. I know many of our children need support, and they might still need support till when they are much older. But there's something that I believe in. If we don't know something now, if we don't start planning now, if we don't start teaching that skills, then when they're older, it gets more tougher because we did not have that in our purview. It's as good as us setting goals and gradually working towards them. So yes, executive function is, their ability to manage things on their own. I don't know about you, but my son is just 11 years old, and yeah, I can see that this guy is more independent now. He's able to, like I was sharing to those that joined earlier, he was telling me to regulate myself on times where I was going off on him. Not only that, Danny's focus is way much better. He's able to plan himself. I can tell him, go on Saturday, I told him, Demi, your room is a mess. Can you tidy this room up? And you will be surprised at the amount of detailed how Demi did his room. Like, I was proud as a mother. If I told Onyi to do the same thing, like literally they are on par with one another. And this room was upside down. When I say upside down, it was literally upside down. And he could arrange everything. Everything was back to where it was supposed to be. And this is just to show that, like I said, irrespective of where our children are, they can learn gradually. For those who know me knows that I just take things in bits, but consistently I keep teaching the same skills until I see that he has mastered that skills. And I just want to bring this to the forefront of everybody, that irrespective of where your child is, there is something that your child can do. You can teach that skill. We as parents, we have to be our children's coaches now, because we know them better and we spend more time with them. So we have to teach our children those skills. Shay, good evening and welcome. How are you doing? How are you doing? I know you just joined, so I won't put you on the spot, but I'll come back to you so that you can tell us how you're doing. But let me just even take us through a bit about this executive function. And like I was saying, it's just literally us, teaching, being our children's coach and teaching them, skills that they need to know, they need to be able to master. Now, mastery will not come overnight. I even do not expect mastery. It's by the when we receive mastery in anything, I'm just like, this one is God, because it's not what I have taught you. And so on the times where I see mastery on certain skills, I'm like, oh God, this is your hand, definitely not me. So those will come by the grace of God, but it is our duty as parents to teach our children. It's like I have a teenager, and you want your teenager to know how to cook different meals, but we've never thought of, okay, which skill, where should I even start from? What should I teach her first? What's the next thing? Which meal should she be able to cook next? Okay, from there, how do I put everything together? And from time to time, where do I withdraw myself and just tell her, oh, you can cook lunch, and she's able to do that. The same thing with our children on the spectrum. We just have to teach them the skills and consistently teach the skills till when they get mastery or fluency in that particular skills. And I don't know if for those who were able to, or for those of us that are connected with our social media page, I've also shared a bit about, what we'll be talking through this month, and is how to build, executive function skills in our children. And I had identified that plus or minus, there are so many things that we want our children to be able to do. But I identified 7 core skills that I think that if they are somewhat okay, somewhat doing these things, even with support, after a long period of time, they will do very well. They will do very well. And the first thing that our children need to be able to master their executive function, be able to manage themselves, to be able to think, help themselves, or plan their activities is a working memory. They need to be able to recollect things. And for those, I don't know how many people were with us about 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years ago. Personally, I vividly remember the day I sent Damie on a 2-step instruction, and he carried out that instruction. I posted a video about it because I was blown away, literally blown away that, oh, for the first time, I could tell my son to go downstairs, get me a cup of water, and bring it back to me upstairs. I was walking upstairs then. And that's to let you know that this was 5 years ago or 4 years ago, but over time now, I have seen how much he has grown. And that's the same thing. Our children can, or they need to be able to remember and use the information that you shared with them to carry out some things. They need to learn how to do that. And for me, I would say teach one step at a time. At that point in time, I remember it was something that we changed, and I don't know how. God just made that help Damie to be able to remember information and carry out processes. But I'm just going to personalize this to myself so that you can pick 1 or 2 things for yourself. But one thing I know when it comes to working memory, how can we help our children exercise the different sides of their brain? Now, I'm not a medical doctor. We have to here. They would know better. And please, if you want to meet yourself, you can, from your experience, from your expertise, if there are things you can share on how they can exercise their brains, and please feel free to unmute yourself. But I know that for the past 8 months, Demi has been going to a class, and the main core of that class is to get him to engage in what they call cross-body exercises. Now, that cross-body exercise is to make sure that the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain are doing multiple things at the same time. Now, that helps to strengthen the neural pathways in the brain. That is something that I know that we were actually paying for, But you necessarily do not need to pay for these things. You can just Google, like the coach was telling me that, Abiola, because we just stopped that yesterday. I was like, Abiola, just Google or YouTube cross-body exercise, let Demi watch and practice together. Now, if you have heard me while we were talking, I said we are going to be our children's coaches. And a coach does the same thing as you. A coach will walk you through what I want you to do. And that is what I want everybody to try and walk our children through these exercises. So we can do cross-body exercises. Another thing is some children might be deficient on some nutrient. I know my son was deficient on omega nutrient. And of course, it takes high dose of omega every day or every other day or as much as we remember now. But that can also help your children build up on things in their memory, fatty acid that would help them remember things. Apart from, doing cross-body exercise, apart from omega-2, if they're deficiency in nutrients, the other thing we can also do is play memory games with our children. Now, this is a tough one because I know daddy and mommy are all busy. I myself, I'm telling myself that, Abiola, how do we do this? And that's why for my family, it was easier for us to just ship him out pardon my use of ship him out. We also take him there. We are the one that will drive him to this lesson. But here's the thing I do. There are some certain things that I know that I'm supposed to be doing with my son. But if I don't have that bandwidth, the other thing, the next wise thing is to outsource that to other people. And you literally find people in that space. And that is what we did. Demi goes for an hour session, just doing memory exercises, cross-body exercises, because yes, at home, we don't have the bandwidth to do that. So yes, that is another thing that you can do it. Simple games like Simon says, clap your hands. Simon says, touch your nose. You can start small and start building on those instructions. But the thing is for your child to be able to recollect that memory, they need to have a working memory whereby they can remember an information you've passed to them and they can use that information. So you can play Simon Says, give instruction one step at a time, or you can take tasks, take turn doing a game. Take turn doing a game. I think that is some things that I think you can do. And yesterday, after like 8 months, I had the privilege of seeing how far Dami has gone through his course. Like I said, we finished that course yesterday. And it was interesting that I can see there are tools that I didn't know was out there. And that's why I'm thankful that I had the opportunity. I don't know how to get that tool yet. It's called Play Attention. But I found it really, really interesting. And I was like, God just wanted me to share this because how timely is it that I saw that and we're going to meet today. So what they do in that Play Attention is to play games, different variety of games, but your child would sit in front of a system, put a tracking device. Demi had it on his leg. And what happens is because Demi is much older, he's been doing this for 8 months now. But what I saw yesterday was he will sit in front of the screen and he has to focus on that screen, and his mental focus based on the anklet he has would direct the screen to pop up. So he was doing some social skills, and the social skills was for him, once his focus will get to a bar, then it will reveal a particular image of somebody with an emotion, and then he will pick what the emotion is. And I found out that, you were getting him to focus on a particular skill. He was focusing, nothing was distracting him. And imagine doing that over and over and over. That would not only for playing game, that would also translate to his academic work. I can tell Demi, I need you to go and finish this worksheet. And before I know it, once he understands what to do, is to do. It doesn't need me to sit beside him again. Demi will just sit down and keep doing everything. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to our children can learn skills. There are tools out there, but those are just 3 things when it comes to working memory that we can help our children to remember and use the information we've passed to them. That's number one when it comes to core functional skills that our children need to have. And I said for working memory, things you can do is cross-body exercises. If your child is deficient on omega, you can up the omega. Please wait doctor's prescription, of course. And then you can do play games, games like Simon Says. touch your nose. Simon says something simple, touch your nose, touch your tummy, touch your cheek, and see your child complete that task. The fact that they're remembering over a long period of time, once they master that, they will be able to recollect the information you sent. You can tell them, go to your room, bring a storybook that is on your bedside, bring your backpack and come and meet me downstairs. Like those gradual steps over a long period of time, you will be able to tell your child something and you will find them recollecting back to you. To the glory of God, before now, like that. What I'm saying is things that I remember tangibly. Before, they may just go to school and come back, and he says, "How was your day?" You say, "Good," and that's it. But now Demi has grown to somebody that he will give me details, even though I didn't know I was not in school. He'll give me details about what happened in school. He went to YMCA, he played Lego with YMCA, he went to his class. In class, I'm like, "What did you study today?" He said, "I did math and I did science." I'm like, "Okay, what did you do in math?" He will tell me that he did some addition. "Okay, what did you do in science?" "I built a robot. I am smart, I am clever, I am intelligent." Because I usually ask him his emotions, like, "How do you feel after that?" And that's to say that, these skills can actually be taught, and that's just using Demi. And so, yes, that's number one. But I just want to move on to the next core skills, apart from having a working memory. The next skill that I think we should, try gradually and start teaching our children. I've said this over, but it's still something that we need to teach if your child has not mastered this, and that's emotional control. Emotional control. I'm saying this thing because not because my son has everything all figured out, but gradually I can see him progressing, and that is where I want every child. In case you don't know, our vision here is to make sure that every child that connects with us, thrive, and it's like consistent basis, gradual steps. It might be baby steps, but big consistent baby steps turn to a big bucket of huge progress. And so emotional control is our children being able to manage their feelings when things go wrong. I don't know, our children need to be able to understand and manage how they are frustrated, when they are frustrated, to be able to regulate themselves when they are disappointed or when something changed unexpectedly. I remember was it this week or maybe last week? Demi's dad picked him up, but he didn't tell me what happened. But ideally, at the end of every day, I usually ask Demi, "Where's your agenda?" When he comes back from school, he knows what is to bring his agenda out, take his lunch bag, put it in the dishwasher, the plates in the dishwasher, the bag where it's supposed to be. And so I was like, "Oh, where's your agenda? You didn't bring the agenda." And he just told me I forgot. I'm like, "Okay." But the following day, when I had the opportunity to pick him up from his school, his class teacher was telling me that, "Oh, Damien was really upset yesterday." And I was like, "Oh, how so?" His daddy did not tell me something happened. He was like, he forgot they were already on the line going outside and he didn't find his agenda in his backpack and he was crying. He was really upset. And that his dad had to just, pacify him. I was like, "Oh, he didn't tell me," because when I asked him at home, he just said, "I forgot." So our children need to be able to manage their feelings when things go wrong. They need to be able to manage their feelings. As adults, I know some of us have outbursts. I share honestly. I remember I just told you that I was having and screaming at Demi that I gave him a task to do and he was making me repeat myself. And Demi came to me, I was like, "Mom, you don't need to shout." He has Canadian accent now for information. And I was saying, "Mom, you don't need to shout." "Okay, I'll do it." "Okay, okay, okay, I get it. I'll do it." Literally his words now. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So this guy really knows that personally, I'm not supposed to be shouting. That's not the typical behavior. I'm supposed to be able to manage my emotions, even when I'm disappointed that he's not doing what I asked him to do. And that just shows me that he is aware of how we should manage our emotions. He might not always be doing it at the same time, but even when he was in school, when he had that incident, he was crying. But when he got home, he didn't tell me he was crying. He just told me, "Oh, I forgot." So he had a switch, and I was like, "Okay, that's progress. That's really literally progress." And that's the same progress I want to see with all our children. Now Demi, he knows he's on the screen now, is playing. But when I tell him that, "Okay, guy, today you've been on the screen. I want you in the next 30 minutes to take this worksheet and go and do it." I'm like, "Oh." When I said, "Demi, I need you to please do it." And he's just going to take the worksheet, put the iPad down, and just go and do what I ask him to do. That is also emotional intelligence, because that is something he loves to do. He's playing a game, he's doing something, watching movies that he enjoys, but he's able to also switch and do what I ask him to do. So we need to be able to teach our children how to manage their emotions. And like I've said in time past, teaching them means we have to start from naming the emotions. I'm not happy, I'm sad, I'm excited, I'm disappointed. They need to be able to label the emotions. And we as coaches, we need to, label how we're feeling, teach them these things. You don't have to be so many emotions. You could just be three. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm bored. And let's be consistent with those three, and until they master it and they are using these things. For us, the calming strategy you do is just breathe in, breathe out. Smelling the roses, breathe it out. And that is just all that we do, nothing elaborate. And like I said, this guy is now a genius at it now. And it didn't start from here. It was because we've consistently been teaching the same thing, not making it so difficult, but with consistency, you can see that he has also mastered it and is teaching me how to regulate myself when I'm on a short food. So that is another thing that I want us to be able to teach our children. Wherever your child is, it is not too late to start now. Please start. Please start. You want your child to be able to manage emotions everywhere. It does not mean that it has to be 100% perfect, but it's just a progress. That is all I require. Progress, steady progress. At least they're able to gradually tell you how they are feeling, and you can use words to pacify them. You can use the calming strategies to help them out, but we need to teach our children these skills. So I've been talking. We will continue to the third one, that's initiating task. This one is being still a struggle for us. We have not even started scratching this one, but I just want to check in on Sheyi and Mirabel. I've given you some time to catch up. I'm not putting you on the spot, but like I said, this session is about us. It's a two-edged session. We'll have the parents check in, and also we'll be talking about building executive skills that we are currently doing. But I just want to take pause now because I've been talking for 20 minutes straight to just hear Sheyi and Mirabel with a paragraph, not one word. Can you tell us how you're doing and how you're feeling today? You have the mic. Either of you have the mic.
Okay. Thank you. I'm really enjoying the session. So yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I was looking forward to it. Thank you so much. I am doing fine. Thank you for asking. Okay. I mean, sometimes my head is like, oh God, I don't know, just like it looks like I don't know what I'm doing some of the times, but yeah, I keep up the faith, and I'm working with my daughter, and I keep learning every day what I can do differently, what I can do better, which is why I'm here to, yeah. But otherwise, I'm hanging in there. Thank you for asking.
Okay, it's good that you're hanging in there, and it's good. Like, I love it that you're working with your daughter. For anyone who knows me will say that I tell parents, as much as you can, please sit with your child if it's just 20 minutes in a day. If it's just 20 minutes in a day. Thank you, sir. Do you want to come and say hi? Oh. Hi.
Oh,
Hi, Demi.
Hi, nice to meet
oh, nice to meet
To
you.
meet you too, big boy.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Davy.
Hi.
Hi, Damien.
Hi.
Hey, Demi.
Hi. Liz. Hi. You want to tell them something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making my film. I'm making my
Hmm?
film today. It's called Shop Cross.
Okay.
Stop in the casual at. So when you go in there, I had to open it. It was open seafood. That's it. Open. That's knife, cross, and beef.
Okay. Can you slow down? We cannot hear you again.
I'm dying much to have in making my movie.
Okay.
And I'm not sure my maths need, but I got me a auto much maths has grab calls stuff.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Demi is telling us that he's
He's making a movie. Is he?
He's making a movie
He's making a
with
movie.
Ultraman, and he has claws, mask, and something I didn't get
Details.
last part. So yeah, that is Demi.
Please, can I be a character in your movie?
He loves it. Demi, come and close my
Let's go
door.
and blow together.
Please come and close the door. Thank you. And so, yes, you can see Demi now. Last night, you'll be surprised that he was excited telling me about all the Ultramans he wants to get. I'm like, okay, this is a good time to start writing your Christmas list. But like me, anything I use as a learning opportunity, he wants so many things. So I told him, go and write it down. Yeah, write it down. And I gave him a full sheet. And he did wrote the full sheet with things they want to buy. I want to buy Ultraman mask, Ultraman Z, Ultraman. Like, just write it out. Write it out. And that's another thing. You can see that God is indeed doing wonders with him. Please come and close my door. Thank you. So yes, thank you for Sheyi for sharing. Like I was saying before, Fine Boy came to interrupt us. He literally brought me water though. I do encourage parents as much as you can. It's I'm not going to undermine how much a difference it makes when you spend 20 minutes with your child every day. If you can do every day, good. Personally, my target is 3 times in a week. And that 3 times in a week, I know how much God has helped us to do. And like Sheyi, at times, you said that at times you don't know if you're doing what you're doing. I'll just say, pick one thing. If it's literacy, pick literacy. If it's math that you want your child has interest in, pick it. But start with their strength, whatever it is. Then you can look at what is their expectation. What is the curriculum? What are they supposed to learn? Look at that, then check, okay, what's the best way to teach these skills to my child? Start from the very, very small steps. At times, Demi has tests or something, but I have to go back too much steps backwards because it has to have a fluency on the precursor before the current one, and it's okay. So just do that, but don't put yourself under pressure. But trust me, that consistency of doing it just 3 times in a week, 20 minutes, you will see a change. And trust me, that 20
I've been
minutes,
doing what two times a week?
like 20, sitting down with your child to teach,
Okay.
to teach a skills.
Okay.
Yeah, just 20 minutes. And that 20 minutes can be equivalent to what you're paying $250 for in an hour session outside. Now, just imagine the amount you're saving yourself on a long run. Because yes, they don't know your child. They will give him break. They will give him, I sit in the sessions. They will give breaks, like 15 minutes break here, do another 20 minutes work, do another 15. So their actual learning time is actually like in an hour session is like 30 minutes. And if you're doing 20 minutes every day on a consistent basis, you will see a difference. Like I am so sure about that. And so, Shay, just try and do that. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just try something small. Wherever your child is, a very good tool that you should use is K5 Learning. Go to that website. I subscribe because I want to be able to print. Let me work a lot on worksheets. And that is why I subscribe. But they have free packages. I've been using free package for years now. I've even canceled my subscription and gone back to free package. And the only thing you will need to invest is buy a black and white printer.
Already. Yeah.
Black and white printer and print. If your child is someone that prefers worksheets, that also helps you to see what they are doing. Like the screen is not distracting them. And K5 learning is so good that they will break those skills down and you gradually continue. I usually just to do K5 learning, you will see on my table, I'm like worksheet everywhere. Everywhere there's worksheets. I have 2 printers at the back now. That's what my husband will do me nice. He'll buy me binders. I'm like, thank you. That is my own Christmas gift. And that's just what we do. That is what we do. When I see that he has mastered that skill on paper, then we'll go to IXL. Then you just touch him because I also want to be able to have like a data of what he has learned. That's why I'm doing IXL. But try that, Shay. That would really help.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mirabelle, what's up, girl? How are you?
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I like their new look.
Thank you. And I might change it very soon.
I'm fine. But like Shay said, I'm hugging in there. I think I even cried today, Seth. But by and large, I thank God that we're not where we used to be. Positive wins, but some slight regressions that I can't really place my hands on it. We're eating more. We're eating LD, we're eating more. Then there's eating amala and ewedu, amala and okra from rice.
Wow.
But those small things, I don't understand. But I trust God to help us. But I'm fine by and large. Thank you
Okay.
for asking.
I'm asking, and I'm going to put you on a spot because part of what we want to do, we are on number 3 and we still have time. What got you overwhelmed today? You said you might have cried. Major, like I said, since today's session is double-edged, we're checking on one another and we're also learning. So checking, we're still on checking. So it's still on scope. What got you overwhelmed? Let's see if as sisters we can rally around, support you, share nuggets, or just give you words of encouragement.
Thank, thank, thank you. So is this. I started reducing screen time, but I realized that I started giving the screen for like 1 hour. He does 1 hour. Like today, he did an hour. But when he's watching that app, Daniel will not get up and go and use the toilet. He will mess himself up. But every other time without that screen, when he's conscious, he's running to the toilet. You tell me, wipe off, clean up. But if it's with that screen, and I don't know what to do, when I go to work, he has to be with his tab. Or my nanny will end up giving him the phone. I've tried to stop it, but I don't know how to stop it that they engage him. He has puzzles, he has everything. But it's only when I'm around that he can do those tasks that he has to do. And that's my issue. Because I was around today, it was just us. I was in the kitchen, I came back. Daniel was staying in his pants. And he was telling me, Mommy, sorry. So he knows, he's conscious. So let her throw the tab away.
No, you will not throw the tab away. Let me just give a pause and let me let somebody provide a feedback, but I'm with you and I'll come back now.
Thank you. Okay.
Anybody wants to give Mirabelle a feedback?
I had a similar experience some time ago, but I noticed that what I usually do then is once I get there and I see that he's messed himself up, I take the phone. Mine was my phone. I take the phone from him. Of course, he would cry, shout, throw tantrum, like for as long as you keep doing this. I think somehow, somewhat, they always understand. I used to underestimate my son's level of understanding back then, but I'm like, anyway, what needs to be done needs to be done. And I just take the phone from him and then he would cry and they would jump up, jump down, jump up, jump down. But with time, right, I noticed at what point it changed exactly, I really can't say, but I noticed that when he's now pressed, it just seemed run to the restroom to do whatever it is he wants to do. So I that worked for me, but now I don't know what would work for him. So he might probably also want to pick something he really, really enjoys as okay, that will serve as if you do this, you're not getting this. It will take a while for him to understand that to marry the two that okay, my not getting this is tied to this action. But along the line, it gets at some point and
Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing.
He understands. He will even tell you, poo is bad. Poo in my pants is bad. He will answer me. We is bad.
Okay, so Mirabelle, do this. Do
He will
this.
respond.
Mirabelle, this is what you can do now. Like I said, I showed a video yesterday putting accommodation in place. Accommodation is very good. Daniel needs accommodation when he's on screen time. And accommodation can be that you put in a timer on his screen. Let the screen lock out after 20 minutes. And he knows he has to go and wee. And when he's back, you give him you unlock it and give him another time. It's okay. They might not master all the skills. It's okay. But parents, we need to just be proactive as well. Something as
He
simple as,
wasn't doing before. He
sorry?
wasn't doing this before.
He's just
He
carried
wasn't doing
away.
this
He
before.
just carried away because it's on the screen. Like watching Scream, you are getting dopamine
Okay,
in
I'll
your
try.
brain. You have this feel good emotions. You are relaxed. Nobody's shouting on you like your own me time. And so in that me time, even though you know you are pressed, it's difficult to get up. At times, parents, we others we do it as well. So But if it's still a child,
Yeah.
don't stress too much. Just put accommodation in place. Also, before you give him the
Okay.
screen, set it to 20 minutes. Search guided access on YouTube, how to
Okay,
set up
great.
guided access on iPad, and just put a timer on the guided access. 20 minutes for the screen time. After 20
Oh,
minutes, it locks up. When he's coming back again, you give him another password for 20 minutes and tell him that he has to go. If he doesn't go, then he's not having access. You will definitely weather that for a few days, but you will understand and you'll get used to it. And gradually, when
okay.
you
Thank
understand that, you fade the guided access off because it knows that after a
you.
while, it has to go.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll try it. I'll do that. I feel
Absolutely. So
better.
just
Thank
search how to set in guided access on iPad.
you.
Yeah. Okay,
Do
so
that. Thank you so much.
Tosin is sharing. My child is Tosin. You can unmute yourself now. This is also my child is opposite. She will sit down after collecting a tab and pee on the bed. Usually at bedtime, she would even remove her clothes after doing it. We've been on this for months, almost 2 months. Okay, so she will sit down. Tosi, come up line. I can't. Do you want to provide
Oh,
more
sorry, I
context?
was a bit far.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
okay. So my challenge is this has started for like 2 months. Mine is after you have collected the tab, usually towards bedtime, when we've collected the tab and the time between taking bath and all that. She'll comfortably sit on the spot and pee on the bed. I'm sorry. I'll be with you soon. You understand what I'm saying?
So that
So
after you've taken the
yes,
iPad from her.
yes.
Okay.
So I don't even, honestly, I don't even know what to trace it to. Um, I'm not sure what to trace it to, but it appears that usually when she's alone or um on her bed, she might even be on with a book, and then she'll just do it. Even sometimes when you have told her before, make sure you stand up and go to the potty, she'll smile, but she'll still do it. So
Okay.
that one, I don't know. I don't even know I can't honestly can't trace it to anything in particular. But
And
I
that
know,
happens when you take the iPad from her, right? I just want to be sure.
yeah, usually, yes, usually.
Okay. So it could, I don't know there might be some nuances, but if I were in that situation, this is what I would do. I would not leave the initiation to her to do. I would initiate it for her. Now, at times we think
Okay.
our children are, of course, yes, this is something you've teach them before. This is something that at times they might even know how to do it. You know, they can do it.
Mm,
But oftentimes, once in a while, a child will be a child. And
mhm,
when you are saying that the child is being a child over and over, then you as a parent, you have to quickly stop that
mhm,
behavior. So it doesn't form to be a learned behavior.
mhm,
So what I would do if it's baby is when I notice he's doing this, and okay, before you get to you doing it, I will take you to go and use the washroom. My ultimate
mhm.
goal is to make sure that you don't mess yourself and it's not something you feel comfortable doing over and over. So you can just
Yeah.
take her to when it's time, you're about time you go and take the iPad from her. Take her to the washroom. Let her
Mhm.
pee. Let her pee, and then you tell her to go back to her room.
Yeah.
But I will not leave her
Because
to
she
doing
usually
everything
would
on her
go
own.
herself.
I
It's
know, like
just
you said,
funny.
ideally she knows how to go by herself. It's not something that
She'll go
something
herself.
you've taught her this over and over, so she
And
knows
she
it.
even will still go herself during the day, right? See, when she's with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll see her pull up and put it on, and I'll be like, so all these processes, you are aware,
They
But
don't know. They know. But what is your own goal? Your own goal is that behavior should stop.
mm-hmm,
Your own goal is that behavior should stop. And me, I just put my goal in mind that, okay, I don't want this thing repeating over and over. I want to nip
mm-hmm,
it in the bud. I don't even like things lingering on and it's becoming an habit for me. So whatever I see that I don't like, I immediately quickly pull the plug
mm-hmm.
immediately. So in the interest of pulling the plug, take the extra step of helping her so that she doesn't
Yeah.
when you take the iPad from her and she's in her room and it's time to go to bed, she just wee on herself. That's also additional work for you. You have to change the sheet and change her and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just help her and save all ourselves that stress.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
So you can try that, and I'm hoping maybe you might also be able to trace what is causing that.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, guys, so let's go back to core skills that we were talking about. If there's anything jumping to mind that you want us to talk about, please put them in the chat. I will see them, but I'll quickly run through the other skills that I think we should be able to teach our children, coach them through, and gradually let them practice the skills. The next one is initiating tasks on their own. I know people say that have a visual, well, to an extent, visual helps, like a visual board helps them to know, okay, you start this, then you go to the next thing, you go to the next thing. But personally, I've realized that visual boards are good, but they still need some direction. They still need some direction. You don't want your child to, it's only a robot that would bam, 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 bam. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So they still need like that redirection. But how can we even just teach them without frequent reminders? My own is, like I said, I'm not somebody looking for perfection. But I don't mind shouting, even though they're telling me not to shout, but I still give frequent reminders that I need you to do this daily. I need you to stay focused and finish it. So we need to be able to teach our children how to, carry out tasks that we want them to do. And does not mean that they would excel in all areas. Personally, for Demi excels when it comes to doing house chores. It will carry out tasks without reminders. K5 Learning is a website. Just search K5 Learning on your browser. It's a website that has resources from grade 1 to grade 6. I like the fact that they scaffold the learning easily, and you can print, download, and print free resources that your child can work on. So like I was saying, you can scaffold that task. Like I said, Demi excel in when it comes to home tasks, you can do that independent, follow through that instruction. But when it comes to academics, it will need you to be reminding him, oh yeah, God, continue, continue, continue. And for me, currently where he is now, I'm okay with that. I'm not pushing for so much. But I know that he can carry out tasks independently and he can initiate it. So this is something that we need to teach all our children how to be able to do. Identify where your child's strength is, things they can do independently. It could be things that they like. It necessarily does not have to be with academics, but the fact that you can tell them that, Damien, I need you to go and tidy up your room, and is able to do that independently, that is fantastic. And that is where I want all of us to have our children get to be able to carry out tasks independently. So, like I said, some things you can use, some tools, you can use visuals for them to see what they will do first to the next activity, to the next activity. And it doesn't have to be something so big. Like I said, what comes natural, what comes easier to them. It could be that packing their lunch bag. That is a task on its own. If they're able to carry that through, that is a progress. And that's something that gradually you can scaffold that skill to another area. Okay, I want you now to fold your laundry, or I want you to now do something else. But yes, we just have to teach and transfer that skills to every area of our lives or their lives, the things that they do. So that is number 3, core skills that I think our children should be able to do. And that is leading towards the next thing, planning and organization. This one is something, I know our children are still very young. We have some teenagers within us. We have some preteens. But we need to start teaching them how to plan. You can start from something small and organize themselves. Planning can be that, okay, pack all your backpack, everything that needs to go to school with you, their backpack, their water bottle, their agenda, get your bag ready. That is also planning. It doesn't have to be something major. But the fact that they're able to follow through on that on a consistent basis, it helps them to know how to do things independently. Because I don't know for you, about me, I'm seeing my son being independent, to be able to keep a job and do things. But these are skills that he will need on the long run. So there's no better time to start teaching how to do those things consistently and master those skills before he's a teenager. I just like to, God just give me this grace to be futuristic and be a strategic planner. And this is what I want everybody to start doing, getting ready and follow through on the things they need to do. And so for you, I don't know where your child is at, but like I said, you can start from something small. You want them to plan and get their backpack ready. You can print out all the steps, the things that they need. For me, I don't just assume. I know that I assume that my child can do some certain things, but I also make sure that I'm teaching first before I assume. At times, when you come, will say, "Mommy, let them go and take out the dishes from the dishwasher." I'll teach him. I'm like, yes, but we need to teach him first before I expect him to do it. And so once I show him once, I don't have to show him again. I know he'll be able to do it. So yes, planning and organizing, whatever it is that you want your child to be able to do, please teach those skills. If it's to get their backpack ready, put everything that they need out, put like a visual reminder, and let them, you can do hand over hand, put their hands in their backpack, teach them how to put it in. And over time, let them just stay on that particular task till they master that, and then you can move on to the next one. So that is another thing, the fourth skill that I think our children should start. To recap, memory, having a working memory to recollect information and use the information you've given to them. I think the second thing that we spoke about was emotional control, to be able to control their emotions. The third thing is initiating tasks, starting things without delay. That's still a struggle with us, but it's okay. In some areas we shine, some areas we're still working on it. And the fourth is planning and organizing some things. And the fifth thing is cognitive flexibility. What that means is adapting when things change. I don't know about you, but my son has a graphic memory when it comes to certain things. If you're going home from a location and you change the route, it will ask you, where are we going? What is going on? He actually understands when you change direction. But for children that are on the spectrum, we know how much that they are very fixated on some things. And when things changes, you can really truly destabilize their system. But gradually, because I am seeing a life after autism for my child, and we need to start teaching them that flexibility when schedule changes, to be able to adapt to when things changes around them. And so we need to start, gradually start teaching them the flexibility of their mind, that it's okay when things change. You don't have to flare up. You don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to be alarmed. And some ways on how we can teach them is something fun, like getting them to adapt. You can do that by handling how they handle surprises. You can tell them, okay, use the word, oh, we are changing our routes today. It's going to be a surprise. Let them have this mind open to unexpected realities. Anything that changes, they're happy to it. They are flexible and they can, follow the trail, and not just like, oh, we change our route and they are crying, why, what happened? Or we are not wearing the same clothes that you prefer to wear, but just giving them that flexibility of mind. Literally, that is what I'm trying to say. So how can we teach this one? How can we teach this? I think is for them to get an understanding of what it actually means. And now you know your child better, and the ask now will be for you to teach or break this down to the level that your child will understand. I know for Damien now, he's 11, and we can do games. Damien understand games. And personally, the games I'll be playing is, what if it rains today? How would you feel? You're supposed to go to the playground today and it starts raining. How would you feel? And gradually I'm just telling him that, yes, you want to go out, but what if it rains? Are you open to that? Just getting him to be flexible and not be so rigid that it has to be playground. If you're not able to go to playground today, it's okay. Does that mean we can go to playground tomorrow and not be overwhelmed? But yes, it's just getting his mind to be flexible. And other thing is, I think we can do to teach, flexibility of mind or cognitive flexibility, is for them to make more choices. Give your child opportunity to make choices. Yes, they prefer this, but give them another opportunity. And so I did this a lot. Like, Demi, are you eating spaghetti or jollof rice? Pick one, and you pick one. Are you wearing this or this? Like, you're giving him that option. You're giving your child that option. And it's just helping them not to be rigid or fixated on a particular way or how things should go. I just hope that that's what I can think of, that we can teach that cognitive flexibility for them to be able to adapt to change without tantrums, without an outburst. But I think it's something, a skill that our children need to know and be able to adapt to easily. The 6 and the 7, I think I'm just going to lump them together so that we can connect more. We need to be able to teach our children self-monitoring. That is checking and adjusting themselves, and not also that, impulse control, not to think and before acting. Yes, that's a fantastic one. Intentionally making some changes to their routine so that they are not fixated. Thank you for sharing that, Jenica. Yes, that's another good one. That's another good way to teach that skills. Intentionally just disrupting their norm so that they are flexible. They can, go through any change without major outbursts. And so, like I said, the 6th and the 7th one skills is self-monitoring and impulse control. This one, knowing something is right and something they are able to fix it independently. That is self-monitoring, checking and adjusting things. And impulse control is thinking before acting, not just acting. I know at times, like I'm saying, it's really interesting how much Demi has grown. I know Demi struggled with impulse control for the longest time. Like for the longest time when he was much younger, we had several flight issues. But this is the guy now. I can tell Demi, imagine seeing how God can help us. I'll be in the house and tell them to cross the road and go to the playground. That is literally where we're at now. Like literally where we're at now. And that is to show how far God can help us when we consistently lean on Him for strength, direction, and guidance. And it's not something that happened one night. It's just consistently teaching. I'm talking about this, I'm emotional because I can remember the first time we took him to a playground. I'm sorry, to No Frills, and I had to hold in his hand, like I put it in. I remember going to his mall, his daddy would hold, and thank God he's a man, the tight grip on his wrist. And now we don't need to hold Demi. He can ride bicycle on the way. Like I will literally just stand. The other time I was in my room, although the playground is not so far off, I can see from my room. And daddy was like, "Are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have to let him go." And I'll just tell him, "Don't cross. Make sure you cross right in front of the playground." And he knows the road safety now and he cross independently. And I'm like, how did we get here? Like literally, how did we get here? And so that is why I'm saying these things, because I'm seeing the future after autism. Like literally it's glaring me in the eyes, and I don't like doing things without sharing with you. We're walking all this journey together. I'm usually very transparent. I don't keep anything. Whatever I'm doing is what I usually just share. And that is where I'm saying that we can teach our children these skills on a gradual basis, consistently. The 6 is self-monitoring, checking and adjusting, and impulse control. So be able to think before acting. And how you can do that is practice with some games. Green light, red light, freeze. That is a game any child would like to think, but you are calling their attention to what you're saying. They're not just green light is go. When you say red light, they have to stop. And that act of stopping is getting their attention. They're literally recalibrating themselves before doing the next thing. And literally is that skill that you transfer to other areas of their lives. You tell them, okay, Demi, go outside and wait for me by the front door. He would follow that instruction without taking the next instruction. He's not acting on impulse. Even though he wants to go for a walk, he will go there and wait. And you can gradually just test them in with safety conscious, with safety boundaries, as it were. Like test those skills. Okay, I want you to pack your backpack and go and wait by the door for me. I'm coming downstairs. And just see if they're able to carry out that instruction. Gradually test their boundaries and increase their boundaries. Increase their boundary to be able to control their impulses. They need to be able to control, and of course, that would translate to other things in their lives. When it comes to eating, when it comes to things they like, at times your child might really want iPad, but you tell him, okay, no, I want you to wait now, and after you do this, then I'll give you this privilege. Those are things I think we need to, like these core skills, our children need to be able to learn and master that. Like I said, mastery will not come easy. I'm not even advocating for mastery. I am just advocating for consistent progress. Consistent progress. What's up, buddy?
Hi, I dropped paper.
Okay. Okay, he came for drawing paper. So it's just consistent. Demi, you have to work on this. So I forgot for your test on Tuesday. So do this, then you draw, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So it's just consistently teaching them these skills and just being consistent at it. I have seen, like I said, I'm really, really seeing a whole world of difference. And that is what like my desire. All your children are my children. But I wish I can be in your house, which I cannot do. But you have to be the coaches, and I need you to please help me so that my testimony will be loud. I have plenty children, over 170 children. But I need you to please, like I said, told Sheyi, that 20 minutes every day or 3 times in a week, please just help me do it. Just help me do it. And don't start with something big, something small, but consistently be doing that something small. You will tell when your child has mastered this and you can move on to the next skills. But yes, that is all regarding building executive functioning skills for our children. Like I said, there are 7 ones that I've identified. I am working on it. We are work in progress. We are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. I have seen steady progress, and that is the steady progress I want to see in all our parents that is connected to COM. So those are the few words I wanted to share. But yes, let me just hear from you. What do you think? Did you learn something? Was this meaningful? I hope I did not waste your time. I prayed before coming here. But was there something that you picked from this conversation that you will be doing? We're supposed to go to breakout room, but let's do the breakout room here. We have another 30 minutes before we go. But let's do our breakout room here. Let's talk. Please feel free to unmute yourself. Let's talk.
Oh yeah, it was definitely, thank you so much. Definitely very, very insightful. The one I certainly will be doing because Samara loves watching my workout videos. And when she was younger, we actually used to do some exercises together. So this the cross-body exercises, I had actually heard of them and all, but we've never actually started doing it. But this is actually a push for me to, I would love to at least use that as well as part of our bonding time to do the exercises. Yeah, so yeah, thank you. That is definitely, yeah.
Thank you. And once you start doing that cross-body exercises, get ready because the brain is able to do many things at the same time. It's just going to open the door to many things for Samsung. You will be surprised how much, excuse me, I have like several videos. I just tagged them on Instagram, occupational therapy. And literally that is what they're teaching. It's like what they call it now, memory, brain gym exercises.
Yeah, brain
It's
gym.
literally it's brain gym exercises. It does a whole lot. If I tell you how much we spent on Demi going to therapy this session, you'll be wondering alpha. But I didn't know that was what they're going to teach him, but I just know I needed that help. But now that I know, I'm intending to have a gym at home and now start doing these things at home. So if you're able to do those cross-body exercises with your children, oh man, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. I don't have right to those videos. I will have collated them together and share, but it would be wrong to do that on people's digital assets. So, but just search cross-body exercises or brain gym exercises. They are on a different therapy approach on its own for kids on the spectrum. And it does have like a significant difference in their life. For kids that are consistent with it, you could tell the difference once they do that. You could tell the difference. Anybody?
Yeah, and I looked up the play attention, and I just emailed them to book a consultation just to hear what they say and see what works.
Yeah, I was surprised that we couldn't just purchase the tool online. They want one-on-one, and I said I was going to email the Demi's coach that how can I access this? But like you said, we're supposed to send a request and they will converse with you, do a conversation. I'm just like, just make it affordable, make it available to people. It shouldn't be for coaches only. But you'll be surprised. Like I was surprised. he has to be focused to carry out the task. And Demi already mastered it. And I was like, no wonder it's easier for you to do your work. But I think if any child is doing that over and over, and on their website, you will see they just said 20 minutes a day. They're not even
Yeah.
advocating for long
More.
duration, but just 20 minutes a day, you would also see that change. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? What's the breakout question? Let me see. Oh, okay. No, sorry. Okay, yes, I went to see the breakout question so that we can talk. Anybody else want to share? We have 27 minutes before the end of the session. So if there are any things you need support on, if there's any skill that you think you would like to work with your child, you don't know how to start or where to begin from, this is an opportunity for us to talk. And so feel free to unmute yourself, or if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and let's think through it together.
Did I have a question?
Absolutely.
This is, I don't know how it's going to sound. So Daniel is being taught to define a noun, and we all know a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. He gets a noun is the name of animal, place, thing, but that name, so even when I say Daniel is a name, he'll just look at me and say, okay, Daniel. Okay, mommy is a name. So please, did anybody pass through that part of how do you teach? Because I tried it today, I tried it yesterday, and it's not working. It doesn't understand that name part. So please, I need help. Thank you.
Absolutely, Mirabelle. I will leave the floor to other people, but I would also say, because we are literally in that phase in his literacy, math is Demi's strong suit, but we are gradually building up literacy skills, and he's doing noun, verbs, adjective. And here is what I would say. I also used to think that they have to, because I would tell them how I was taught. Now is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing, like literally saying it out to him. But if I tell them what is the noun, instead of saying it out, they will give me examples of name, person, place, or thing. So I need you to open your mind to not want mastery, not want perfection. If he's getting the concept, please let's continue. Don't take him back. If he understands it, continue. I don't know where you can put accommodations, put accommodation, but literally for Demi, when I tell him he understands, it touches, when I give him pick out the name or circle out all the nouns, he can circle out all the nouns. When I tell him underline all the verbs, action word in this action one in this worksheet, he would underline the action word. So he knows it. But for him to say it verbatim, that I will tell him what is a noun. I'm not sure the worksheet is here, so it's going to be in the next drawer there. What is a noun? He will not tell me, he will tell me place, firefighter. Like he's just going to stagger his response, not exactly what, like the definition. So they might not give you the definition, but if he still understands it and he can differentiate between a noun and a verb, please let him continue. Tell his teachers to assess him differently on his knowledge on how he can identify it. They should assess him. Can you circle the nouns? If he does that, fantastic, you understand the concept, but he might not be able to say it verbatim like a definition. I don't know if that helps, but to me, that is where I have given myself peace. He understands it. I don't need him to now tell me. I noticed because I did that over and over. I'm like, Demi, you can say this. He will say this, but he's not recollecting and saying exactly how I want him to say. So I'm like,
Are you saying I should practice it with examples? Because I'm just teaching him the word verbatively. Like,
see, our children will not learn that's why you have to understand your child nuances, their differences. That is the point of working with them. A teacher will just keep. But you know what is working, what is not working. That definition is not working. So don't stress yourself. Try another means. Can you identify different nouns in a different Like I said, I also print out K5 learning. I had to go back and
I'll
print it.
go to K. I'll study K5 tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful. You will see page one. I think it's grade two or yeah. K5 learning, I printed it out. Then we circle all the nouns, underline the adjective, because of course you will teach him what are adjective, what are verbs. They means
Yeah. So we're
different.
still in now. We're still in now.
So just print it out and just circle all the nouns. Noun is a name like Daniel, like mommy, place, firefighter, hospital, thing, ball, dog. Like he knows those things, but the definition he will not say it. I'm like, that's fine. And so you tell the teacher when they're assessing him, they should assess him with accommodation. They should not expect him to say the definition, but assess him with knowledge. And so don't keep stressing. You will be stressing, your mood will be up, the child will be frustrated. Everybody just buzz, whereas you can move on and
I
not.
had to drop the books today because I realized I was overdoing it.
Yeah, you would be frustrated and you'll be wondering what is mommy like you're hammering on this thing, but there are ways you could just be flexible, teach the same concept, but not be, it doesn't have to be the thought on the high. It can be around and still understands it.
But
I don't know if
sorry,
anybody else want to add to that for
the
you.
questions. Since
Yeah,
nobody is asking, please can I ask my last one?
my dear, ask. Oh,
So you see, I have okay, it's not a problem. So they have this issue that because I work, I have to go to work. Everybody goes to work, but my nanny and my husband are more. They come back sometimes earlier than I do. Then when I'm around, he's not around. So how do I make them understand that they must engage him? Because at least just let him sit down with puzzle. Because as if I'm just making noise and they're not understanding. If it means he's just doing his puzzles or he should color, just make sure you tell him, sit down and color. Nobody's doing it. It's just, I don't know.
so on that one, I will tell you what I did.
Okay.
And this is I don't I, well everybody should be a Christian here, but we're irrespective of your faith. This is what I do. The things that you want to see on the physical, you have to be able to sort it out
Mm,
spiritually first. Trust
mm,
me, I'm just waiting for the Holy Spirit to give me utterances so I don't talk out of flesh. Because it's the Holy Spirit that actually helped me to understand this concept and implement this. What I did was to pray more and take authority of the environment in our house. Now, they
mm,
might want to do it, but things will come and distract them. Now, that
okay, ma.
distraction is from the devil. Not only
Mm,
the distraction, it could be that their heart is also not inclined to the fact that Daniel can learn or Daniel needs me
mm,
attention. And so if you are just expecting and you're not dealing with it spiritually first, you just be fighting with your spouse and you rather build more unhappy environment in your house, or you'll be fighting with your nanny and be building more unhappy environment. Whereas you can pray in the spirit, ask the Holy Spirit to come and change the atmosphere. The Holy Spirit should incline their hearts to want to do more for Daniel. It does not mean that they don't love them, but it's just that other
yeah.
things are showing that they are more urgent in their faces. But you
Mm,
also need their help in this area. You cannot always be there every day. You're not omnipotent, you're not God. And so what I would
yeah.
advise you is, first take time, don't fight with them. Take time and pray spiritually, like take it to God that God, I need you to incline their hearts to want to sit down and help Daniel, to
Mm,
want to sit down and teach Daniel, to want to sit down and help Daniel, like just, and also apart from praying, you can also go ahead, like print out worksheet for the week. Like I said, if you're on this journey, you have to have a printer. Trust me.
okay.
That's what
I'll get one.
print out the worksheet you want them. And like I said, adult kids, you need to spoon feed kids. Adults, you need to spoon feed adults until they also get it. So print out the worksheet and just tell anybody that comes home, Daniel needs to work on this 3 for the week. And please, darling, I need you to help me. Please, Miss something, he needs to do it.
Mm,
And you're
mm,
not fighting. As long as you just do that one worksheet, you are happy because you know you are sat down.
mm,
You can play for the rest of the day. But that one
yeah,
worksheet is progress.
yeah, yeah.
Progress. So that is
Thank
what personally I will just tell before I come home, even when I'm going out, babe, I'm going out. Please, Demi has to do. I excel on this thing before I come back. No, that's literally what, like I communicate with my spouse a lot and he understands. I'm like, please, Demi has to do IXL, or Demi has to do Lexia, finish one module on Lexia today. Like I literally tell them that that is our goal for the day. And as a family, they all understand that we're working towards a common goal. It is for our good. It is for our good.
Yeah.
And they usually just help and follow through. So just have that shared commodity, common goal. Let everybody know that we are all doing this together for our good. It's a shared responsibility. I will do what I need to do. I would pray, but I also print out resources so that you don't have to think too much. Just help me get to finish one worksheet. That is all. And when they do it, please appreciate the effort, because when you appreciate anything, you see more of it. That's what I would share.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Tosin, you are typing. You don't want to unmute. Let me see if I can see your question.
I had a question, sorry, about
Okay.
potty training.
Okay.
So I'm struggling with this is Wura, sorry, hi.
Okay.
Potty training regression. So my son had gotten to a point where without like if he didn't have underwear or anything, he wouldn't pee on himself, no accidents. He would just go straight to the potty. But we have not gotten to the point where he will pull down the underwear. I was just about to start that, and now there's like a total refusal to pee in the potty, to even want to be on the potty. Not like he just doesn't want to do anything on the potty. And we're having accidents now that we weren't having before. So it's almost like a total regret. It's like I have to start all over again. So I don't know if anyone has had that experience before. Don't know.
Anybody want to share?
I can.
Okay, go ahead, Shay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. From my experience, I would say there might be some GI issues going on. It could be maybe constipation. In my experience, that was what happened. That my daughter had regression when I think around 3, she was already on the path to potty training, but by the time she was 4, she would not want to use the bathroom. She would hold the poop and everything, and then she would have accidents on her bed in the night. So it was when we started seeing the specialist that we discovered what happened. She was really backed up. So yeah, she might have been, or he or she might have been going to the potty. It might just be some GI issues. So if you want to look at that, because these things come with pain. They are probably going through some pain, so they don't want to sit on the potty. It's inconvenient, like she's not comfortable doing that. So that would be the first place I'll start from.
Thank you.
And that is very, very valid, Shay. Thank you for sharing, because if you're going through pain, you don't want to go through that experience again. So and holding will cause like constipation, backlog. But apart from what Shay shared, thank you again, Shay, for sharing. Another thing you want to look at is for every skill, there are multiple things that play. There are multiple things that go hand in hand, especially for potty training. There's different motor coordination going on. And what I usually just tell people is to look at the motor coordination skills. You had said that he struggles with taking down his part. Is it easy for him to pull things out? Does he have that core, what do you call it now? Muscle skills. I'm trying to remember the exact word now.
Gross motor.
Yes, gross motor skills. Does he have that strong gross motor skills or fine motor skills to be able to hold his pant and put it down? So you might want to look at that, probably doing any activity that will strengthen his hand to be able to do that. Because yes, if he's doing something and he's struggling, the easiest way to go is to just avert it and just abort mission. But if that skill is strengthened, then he was able to, it might seem they generally know what is right and what is wrong. But if there's nothing inhibiting them, they were able to carry out that thing or that task, follow through. But if it's regressing, then probably is struggling with something. Could be fine motor or gross motor, but I would suggest that whatever you can do to strengthen the muscles to help him pull down his pant, it's worth looking into. It's worth looking into. Anybody has a feedback on what you can do? Um, Okay, I'm going to the chat to see. Okay. Okay, what is K5? I have posted the link to K5. Just create an account. Like, fantastic, Rachel. Okay. I see you mentioned a coach for Damien. How does that work? My challenge with my kid is also the sitting still to do enough learning. Yes, so Tosin, what we did is to go through Maxim Mind. It's like a program, like a therapy session anyway, literally a therapy. It's called Maxim Mind. And what they do is to put different distraction, have your child do multiple activities at the same time, strengthening the brain muscles, the front and the left side of the brain. And so in that session, Demi would usually have an headphone playing music while he's standing on what's the word now? While he's standing on a board, not a standard board, what they call it now. Sorry, what's filling me? I think I'm getting tired. I need to eat. I'm looking to see what the
Is
word.
it those balance boards?
Yes, the
Those
balance
ones
board.
that,
Thank you. You see that something else. It's like I'm already getting fatigued. Yeah, so it will have like headphones on, stand on the balance board and do different activities with his right hand, left hand, crossing his body, doing cross body function activities while doing multiple things. So that is helping him to retain focus while aiming at different exercises to do. So that is what he was doing. And he had a coach. They usually call them coaches that are supporting your child. But the training is called Maximind. It's like a therapy session, as it were. So I hope that answered your question. And yeah, just, he literally sits down and follow through instruction. He focuses way better now. He's able to carry multiple steps instruction. This afternoon, I told him to go and put my bag in my closet and my earrings on my washroom table. And it does things. So that has helped us. I don't know if you want to look into it, but yeah, it's also pricey, but it's worth looking into if you have the bandwidth. K5 learning was very helpful. It really made sense for subtraction for us and comprehension. Yes, it's really good, and I still use it. That was I think last year, if you notice, I printed before the school start. I printed binders of different learning sessions for Demi. That was when I did the subscription on K5 Learning. You can literally print out additional, gradually, literacy, multiplication, addition, learning numbers, comparing numbers, whatever it is that you're trying to work with your child. Print that module out and every day just take one worksheet. But consistently, you'll find out that your child has really finished the curriculum. So that helped us a lot. And I would suggest anybody can also look into that for your child. Is there any question? I don't think there's any question. Okay. Is there any question? Does anybody have any question? Otherwise, I'm happy to give everybody 6 minutes back of your time. So anybody has any question? Is there any area that you need support on? We can talk now before we call it a day. Please, what do we use for literacy and phonics? What do you mean by literacy? Teaching reading? No, K5 is not for math though. Let me share that screen so you can see. Who told you K5 is for math? You've not opened it up on your phone. Yeah, the link is there now. Let me show you what K5 has. That's screen number 2. Where's screen 2? Mirabel, can you see my screen? This is K5. They have reading. They have story, children's story. If your children likes reading, level story, fables. They have early phonics. They have sight words that you can use to teach your children to read, your child to read. They have sentence and paragraphs wherever your child is. They have vocabulary. If you
oh,
want them
wow.
to pronounce big words, they have phonics, multiple meanings of words. They have spelling, different grades. There's grammar, nouns, see noun that you're looking for noun. There's science, there's cursive. You are on now. There's also now writing, sentences, punctuation. Let me see if that's coming on. Yeah, now how to identify simple nouns or person, place, or things in sentences. This is my, and it's usually visual, like it's really cool, Sha. I think any parents, if you want your child, if your child is ready on that academic path and you're looking at how you can teach that, I think this would really help. This will really help. It has helped us, and I suggest any parent that is ready or you're ready to sit down with your child, you can do that. Okay, I think there's another question. How do I?
Yeah, that's
There's another question.
yeah, I can ask. It's me.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, quick. I just want there's one major thing that I've also been battling with is tooth brushing teeth, and I was hoping I could learn from the mamas on the call. So not my daughter would not even want to. Number one, we are teaching her to brush herself, and I know there was some progress, and I hope to pick that up. But brushing her, because of course I can't let her brush herself. So brushing her, she's really very resistant to you brushing at it. I think sensory issues and all of that. We've tried power brush, but I just really need her to be like I'm really concerned about the hygiene part. Like I want to make sure that she's well brushed, because I've noticed some is it plaque we see it now, and then you have to just I've been looking forward to, okay, until we get to cleaning, the next cleaning, but it's not working. I've tried I bought this dental cleaning whatever that I will go softly in the night and try doing it myself. It worked the first time, and then since then I don't know whether there are some sensitivity that came with that. And she won't let me when she's fast asleep. And it's really inconvenient because she won't, I mean, at the very slightest she might even wake up and all of that. So I just want to, if you people don't mind, please, whatever experience, what are your experiences with brushing teeth? How can I
Abby, do you want to chime in? I can see you have your hands up. Thank you. Or you have a question.
I have a question, please.
Okay, let's tackle Shay, then we'll come back. Anybody wants to add? I wrote some things down, but I just want to open the floor for anybody who wants to share some nuggets with Shay regarding brushing. Okay, Janika, you want to say something?
No, I wanted to ask how old is your daughter?
turn 10? She's now 10.
She's 10.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any activity she kind of like she likes?
Oh, coloring. She likes coloring a lot. She does yeah,
Okay.
definitely going on the swing.
All right. No, the reason I was asking was I know with Samara, mine is musical, so anything music. So using music to kind of like
Oh, okay.
sing a song, composing a song with, teeth brushing. And also she likes you describing everything for her. So if you're brushing right, lower, lower middle, lower left, all those things that if you're hearing us, if you're outside hearing us in the bathroom, you just be wondering what are these people on about? But it's just finally for us to get the work done. So I don't know so this is one though. If she's happy, since you said she does a lot of coloring, maybe
She
getting
likes music too, actually. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So trying that as well. There are also some musical songs about teeth brushing as well. And if she wants to actually do it herself, like printing out the process for her to color and see how it's done and just see. Then there was this lady I saw on Instagram. In fact, I now follow her on Instagram. She has a daughter. Is it the Rain Eden Rose, the Eden Project or something like that. There was a toothbrush I saw they used, and I've started seeing that toothbrush. They said it's mainly for those with the sensory that are hypersensitive. So while we're on this call, I actually
go on that page and see if I can find it. And I'll post it here for you
The
to
U
see.
toothbrush, right?
Is
Like
it?
U-shaped.
Yes, exactly like U-shape.
Yeah, and that's the issue. I've been trying to get it very good because I think reviews on them are not quite encouraging. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
please, if you have a personal or maybe something you saw, I would really appreciate it if you can share. Thank you.
Let me look down.
Thank you for sharing,
Thank you
Janika.
so much.
But apart from that, though, Shay, here I wrote some things down.
Okay.
One thing that we still do today is Demi and I will brush at the same time.
Okay.
So that mirroring brushing, it's really, really important. So we use the same brushes. Mine is pink, Demi is green. We use this oral electric brush. And so
Okay.
when I'm brushing, I tell him to do exactly what I'm doing. So brush front
That's
and
my
back.
teacher.
And that just like, I can tell how squeaky clean my own teeth is. But we know our children at times, their grip is not so strong. But I just let Demi do what he wants to do. And maybe twice in a week, I go in myself because, of course, you want to build that independence. So I let him do whatever he's doing while we are doing it together. Then once in a while, I'll just go, okay, open your teeth. Oh, you missed the spot. Let me help you. Then I'll do it again and do the cleaner job for him. That is one thing that I do. The other thing is you had mentioned that she likes movement. So you can sing and dance while brushing. But trust me, it's more fun when you're doing it together. That's why till today, Damien has his bathroom, but we would rather do it together because I want to be able to check all those self-hygiene things that is getting better at. And so sing and dance and brush together, make it fun. Let her copy exactly the moves if you're brushing this side, let her brush this side. If you're brushing this side, let her brush this side. And the other thing is if you are going in, personally, what I've noticed is even on the days I don't go in every day into Demi's mouth, I don't like going to the dentist because I feel it's an intrusion of my privacy. It's too, I don't know, when they open, I don't like it. So I don't know how she feels or how she tolerates it. But I've noticed that on the days when I'm going in, I actually brush because I'm an adult. I brush with more force and I bruise Demi. And so that could be that might be what is causing some her not tolerating it, not looking forward to it.
Yep.
From time to time, also, personally as an adult, my vitamin C level drops and I'll have mouth sores and gum that nobody in my house knows. And even for me to brush, I know that I have to be more sensitive. But you might not know because she might not be telling you. And the days you are going with force, that is going to cause something that she's not looking forward to. And when you have sores, it can take a week before it heals. So imagine her tolerating that pain while you are helping to clean the mouth. So we
Okay.
just have to be, it's like come see, come start with it. But I would say that get an electric brush. That works for me because that is what I use. I know the brush cleans mouth well, even though Demi's fine motor is not so pressing so hard. But I know at times I usually just tell because sometimes I just hold it and see is this thing brushing, is it cleaning anything? So that I can know what he's doing, even though he's not putting pressure. So I can tell that that brush works for him, even, but once in a while I go in and just do that. Then the other thing you can do is have like all the sun timer.
Yep. I
It's
bought
very,
one already.
you have one, yes. So put sun timer on and you wash one side. Sign timer on, let her flip it, you wash another side. Sign timer on, you are doing up and down. Sign timer on, you are doing the tongue. If we do it, they say we should brush morning and night, but we only brush once in the day. I won't tell you what is not applicable. But we only brush once. But I know that with that every time, when I notice that he's having plaque, I'll quickly go in and quickly help him get it off and I'll let him be again. But imagine on the days that you're going in to try to clean all the plugs and she has sore. Trust me, she will not want you. She will really be adverse to brushing, and you don't want that mental stress when it's something that you do every day. So give her the independence to brush, but do it, both of you do it at the same time.
Okay.
That is just what comes to mind.
All
I hope
right.
it's
Thank you so
helpful.
much. Yep.
Sure. And it's oral. I'm trying to see if I can find the picture. But I might just take a picture and I don't want to just send that to the group. But I love the fact that you can easily change the head and change the battery and
The
you're good to
toothbrush, you
go
mean?
again. The electric toothbrush, yes.
Oh, Yeah.
You can change the head and you're good to go again. Just put a new battery. But the
Aura.
fact that it's doing oral, yes. The fact that we're using the same toothbrush, I know exactly what it's doing, even if it's not doing hard. I can tell the strength. It just gives me a mental note of if it's doing well, if it needs help. But I usually just go once in a while to do the cleanup myself.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think the electric toothbrush actually helps them as well. For those, you
Okay.
might notice that she may even prefer it. You know, if it might be what she needs to soothe or
Okay.
help her
Try it.
sensory.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Sorry, can I say something? I don't know. I'm
Yes, please.
late into the conversation because Jola was actually having virtual therapy then. But we're still on a journey because what I noticed with Jola is like he's grumbling when he's I don't know how he does it, but when he's brushing, he's grumbling. But I tried to infuse something that he likes. He likes numbers, so I'll say, oh, count to 20. The top feet especially is very uncomfortable for him, but we try to use numbers for him to get it that, okay, let's count, just make it fun and all that. So count to 20 and then we'll count together and he will just keep brushing until we feel that, okay, at that 20th point, because before it would just be, on it, but later he started pressing it harder. So I think it's just patience. Just have to continue to, because I noticed all the electric, the vibrating, there's no one that he likes. He can't even stand it. So we're still using a normal brush. So, but we're just trying to make it fun we brush. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Shay, I've dropped a link to the one that I use. The pink one, Demi has the green one.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so you can try it. We just keep exploring till you find what works, but that's what works for us.
Absolutely.
Abby, you have the mic.
Hello. I'm just trying to get some advice. Mine is she's still quite young. She's in SK. Well, I know what they're teaching them now. They're teaching them phonics, blending, basic maths. But where I struggle is she's got some words, and if I'm not there in the room, she can say all these things. But as soon as I try to bring out flashcards or bring out trying to teach her these things, she will refuse to say it. In fact, she would turn into a different game. She will start to spell her own words. If I bring out all the alphabets, she might move things around to spell stop or boss. So I know she knows it, and I don't know if I just need to give it time, but it's just the outlet of her saying that, okay, I hear you, mommy. I know all my phonics. I know the blended words. It's just getting her to say it that I'm struggling with. And I don't know if anyone has been at this stage. If there's anything I can do to get the words out of her, um, they can share with me.
Anybody wants to go? So Abby, while people are thinking about it, I'm just puzzling and thinking, could it be that right now she's not ready for that structured teaching? Um, like you said, when you stand up, she's able to do it. Or did I get you right?
Yeah, so when I'm not there, like let's say we're going for a walk, she can read all the door numbers of all my neighbors on the street. But as soon as I sit to say, let's do numbers, she just switches off. She doesn't want to talk.
Yeah. So she might be a kinesthetic learner. I hope I got that right. A child that learns on the go. She might be, preferred learning style might be on the go and not being structured, as it were. So here's what I would tell you to do. Just explore this and see, just to confirm a preferred learning style. Let her be working in the house and be saying things and see if she would incline you or just oblige you and do what you ask her to do. If she's just playing, or while you're playing a game together, probably ready, set, go, do a game together, run. That's how I started though. I'm just sharing what I know on how I started with Damien. We'll do ready, set to go, run through the small living room that we have. Then I'll stop and I'll tell you, your turn. Count 1 to 5. Once you get it, then we'll continue and we'll do another run in count 1 to 5. The fact that they are playing, the fact that they feel that they are not being restricted to want to study, is like that study time just scared them. They're not really interested. I'm thinking if you remove that element and make it like a fun element, fun time, probably we can get her saying things that you're doing, because you said when you're walking outside, you see her counting the numbers. And so let's transfer, or let's replicate that fun, that ease of walking and just saying things also in the house. I'm just thinking maybe that might get her going and you can get more output from her. Anybody want to share?
Yeah, just a quick thought as well. I think it may be anxiety related, because I think in the past we may have observed that with Jola as well. Like, you could be saying other things, but when it's time to learn, completely silent. So we started. So first of all, we continue to, and I'm probably sure you do that. We continue to talk to him normally. For over some years, we stopped baby talk completely, continuing to engage him normally and everything, and using his whatever he's fascinated with at that time to just incorporate the learning, just like Abiola said. So while she's whatever um she's counting something on the street, right? At that point, you can incorporate whatever it is that you want her to learn, and just be saying it. And after a while, it's become easy for her to just integrate that into the normal learning mode. But it's so important, because sometimes I think we can't really understand sometimes the anxiety they face when they feel pressured to say something, at the time you just want them to say, rather than it just coming from them naturally. But the fact that she's able to say all those things on the street, I just have a strong belief that very soon the words will start, busting forth and all of that. So, and she'll be willing to repeat what you're saying, because I know that for Jola we move from that phase to a phase of repeating, almost everything you say, and now learning to respond appropriately as well, rather than just repeating what you say. So, but when it comes to these kids, I think the fun part is so important, because almost I think they're ultra sensitive as well. They can sense the need to perform, the need for them to really express themselves. They feel that, okay, this is something my parents really want me to do, but somehow, like someone who is, I just read a statement somewhere, someone who is learning to, I will say maybe non-verbal or pre-verbal, said something about getting their brain to quickly connect to the ability to produce what you want to hear, or something like that. And that functioning is still developing. That's the way I want to say it, because I think over years, even for Jola, it has been better. You know, it's he's almost like he knows what to say, but he's processing. It's processing, and you want it to come out, at the time you want it to come out. So I believe the fact that she can say what she's already saying, she will get to that point where the speed of expression will develop. But just like Abella said, just try to make it fun. Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to add one more thing.
Okay.
So just like Abiola said, the starting point would usually be what she's interested in or likes to do. So activity wise, in a sense, we can also use if she likes toys, you can also use whatever her favorite thing is to teach maybe like counting. I'm just using examples. I'm not sure if that's where she's at. Maybe like counting, positional words, those kind of things. Like I'm currently teaching one of my kids using animals models or whatever, use animal models to count, use animal models to kind of do positional words, these kind of things. Because my kids too, they don't like demands. Once they see that you are demanding of them in like a learning setting, they will just off the lights. That's practically what's so. But outside of that kind of learning thing that you want them to be, they can do all sorts and be like, yeah, so this, just kind of thing. Another thing I would also want to say, because even outside of the non-structured, they'll still need to eventually do structured activities, right? No matter how small. So I think why you should not give up, why you should start on the not very structured learning, 5 to 10 minutes of structured learning whenever you can. Just keep talking and teaching, like this errorless thing. So if you kind of give time for them to answer, they don't answer, do it yourself. Don't bother about whether or not she'll respond. You just continue doing it. When she sees the consistency, when they see that, okay, you're not giving up, you're talking, you're not putting them under any pressure, you give a pause, then you continue saying the word, oh, the answer is this. So if we're going to do this, it's this, and they continue to see it, you'll see that with time she'll join you. You know what I mean? So just continue. Whether she answers you or not, give the answer yourself. So I think that's the concept of errorless learning, where you're kind of creating pathways of answers and response for it to get with repetition, you'll get that this is the way this thing happens. Yeah, so I think that would help too.
Thank you so much, Tosin. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you for being here. Abby, I hope we were able to give you some nuggets, things you can try. I'm sincerely grateful for everyone that is here. I do not take your time for granted. Thank you for being here, for making this a lovely session, for communicating, for expressing, for asking your question, for participating. Thank you. I have learned. I hope you learned something too as well. While I go through the event happening the rest of the month, please, I've launched a feedback poll. Please, we have, yes, people are interacting. Please just provide feedback. Activities happening this month. We have Home Praise the last Sunday of every month. I sincerely believe, like I said, taking control in the spirit realm and seeing manifestation in physical. So please join us last Sunday of every month by 3 p.m. We come together as parents to pray for our children and all kids connected with us. Also, I'll be trying to do something different this year. As parents, I know how difficult it is for us showing up for our children and for ourselves, but I wanted to appreciate everyone during Christmas, and that is why we started something like a Christmas giveaway. Not a giveaway, it's Christmas, like having exchange of gifts during Christmas. So please feel free in your region, feel free to sign up, feel free to post the things that you like, not necessarily what you see in that catalog. You can pick anything that you like and just post so that whoever you're paired up with can know and they can get to something that you want. Looking forward to receiving gifts from people as well, from whoever I'm paired with. The system will automatically be pairing us. And like I said, I don't want it to be something too big. That's why we capped it at a maximum $50. The equivalent in your currency, it could be maximum $50, 50,000 naira for those in Nigeria. In UK, it'd be maximum £50, US $50. But whatever it is, I just want us to exchange and appreciate ourselves. So if you're yet to sign up, sign up. The last day to sign up is actually coming very soon, October 20, because October 21st, the system will pair us together. And we'll be having our exchange gift in the last TWC for the year, December. And I just trust that God will bless us. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure. Abigail, you're in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, I'm sure you
Okay.
don't know which Abigail it is, but
I know there are many Abigail in the WhatsApp group, so I just want to make sure that I'm not missing
yeah,
anybody.
I'm in Canada. I've been to yours twice. She's a very
Oh,
wonderful lady, everyone.
oh
If you've
my
not met her
God.
in
Can you
person.
imagine? Can you imagine? That's Abigail in Oakville, just right next door.
Yes.
Met in several parties. Oh, my sweetheart, I'm sorry. So
It's fine.
sorry.
Abby is so popular.
Sorry that I didn't know it was you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so everyone, thank you so much for joining. I hope you were able to learn something and yeah, you feel like you were seen. You feel like we'll do more of this in 2026 by God's grace. But really, thank you for being here. I'll leave us to go back and enjoy our families. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody in Canada. God bless you. God bless you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Thank
Happy
you.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
happy
you. Thank
Thanksgiving
you.
from the UK.
I might share the photo of my I'm gonna share that with Bookie, my turkey with Bookie and Wura so that we can just eat together virtually anyway.
Yes, so looking forward to that.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, everybody. God bless you. Bye. I'll end the meeting
And
from
you
here.
too. Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.